Hey, yo, what's going on? It's Ronin, man. Today, I'm gonna get into my thoughts and my opinions after playing Evil West for 24 hours, all right? My goodness, and I'm telling you right now, this game is brought to you by Focus Entertainment and Flying Wild Hog Studio, the same studio that brought us Shadow Dragons, which I love that franchise, that little series. I'll give you my pros, I'm gonna give you my cons. All right, when it comes to Evil West, I was shockingly surprised about how much fun I actually had playing this game. I was hooked right when they even showed the concept of the game, man. I was like, wow, this looks fun. And I'll tell you right now how this game makes you feel like a cowboy, vampire hunter, slash Zeus, just make you feel like a vampire hunting demigod. All right, you just feel immaculate. All right, but that's enough talking, man. Let's get into the pros and cons. All right, let's get into some pros. All right, and the pro number one, all right, weapons are fun and creative in this game. All right, they did so much with this little electric thing, like that's pretty much the whole basis for all the weapons. They turn into like electric weapons, like the same as your fist, and you just turn over time, you turn into this electric god. All right, you turn into like baby Zeus of killing vampires. All right, and to add on top of that, the combat itself is even funner. This game has a mechanic where you can do a Superman punch. All right, that I don't know another game that has a Superman punch. All right, that is fucking awesome. All right, Superman punch into different combos into your electricity. It's fun. Like, they came up with so many creative ways to kill these vampires. It's the best. I didn't think it would be this good, but it's that good. But you don't just get all this electricity from the jump or the start. You slowly get to turn yourself into this badass electricity demigod cowboy vampire hunter, bro. And it's the best feeling when you get all these new upgrades and you're throwing like lightning grenades that turn into tornadoes. Like, you're just doing crazy stuff. Like, your pistols do shock damage and they connects to other enemies, and you feel absolutely crazy. You level up your gauntlet and you get to slam down like lightning strikes like over and over again. Like, it's so much fun. I love the way they incorporated all the combat and just came up with so many different creative ways to just kill stuff. It's the best. On top of that, this game has beautiful level design. I love the way these levels are just set up and executed. They look surprisingly good. There's like big set pieces in the back that look great. I played this game on a PS5, put it on performance mode. It looked fantastic, and this game on PC looks great. All right, it runs even smoother than on the PS5, which is another good thing. I'm just like, wow, these, like, I was playing the game and these set pieces in the back look amazing. Like, these mountain ranges look great. Like, these slugs on the ground, these bugs on the ground, these spiders crawling all across the walls, like, look good. I'm like, wow, this looks good. Like, throughout the whole game, I was just like, wow, I couldn't stop. I was like, this looks like really good. And on top of the good level design, they also just had puzzles that didn't feel annoying. None of the puzzles felt like too far out. They didn't feel too complicated to do. Like, the puzzles just felt good. Felt like good puzzles. Like these aren't like puzzles like the Uncharted game where you kind of got to do research and then try to figure it out and then try to move this piece over here. And nothing too complicated like that. All right. And it's also fun to look throughout the levels to find secret chests that give you another like perk point, and they give you like a new weapon design or a new clothing design, and you can find those all throughout the game, but you really got to search for those. I can't lie to you, they really put those in some hard places to find. All right, and on top of all of that, they came up with an interesting concept. They came up with such an interesting concept. I was like, wow, this could go for like 2-3 games, all right, of just us getting all introduced into the Rentier Institute, and we're fighting multiple different high level vampires that could lead up to like a super vampire or something like that. But they came up with a very interesting story. All right, now for the story itself, that's another thing we can get into, but I've talked about pretty much all the pros that come to my head, so let's get right into the cons. All right, let's talk about the cons. My main con with this game is that I don't know if it's just me, but I was having weird audio issues where like the audio just felt real screechier, just like out of place, and it feels like if you move your character to the side of any character while they're talking, like their beats becomes like real, I don't know how to, scratchy, like real scratchy. I don't know what it was, but there were some weird audio issues. I think it was just on my bad. But this game, weirdly, another con weirdly for this game, these graphics, this game feels like a game from 2017 that was like super polished up, and I was just like, wow, I couldn't imagine this game with more upgraded mechanics. Like, I feel like this game could have been like an open world vampire hunting game, and that I hope they get like some more money or more budget for an Evil West 2, so they can turn it into like an open world vampire hunting game, because this game felt like a game from 2017, like a game from like 2016. This game felt kind of old, but it felt good. It still felt good, but it just felt old. I don't know how to explain it. It kind of just felt old. Like this is a game I would have played like 5 years ago or like 6 years ago, but it was still a good game. Still a good game. The dialogue and the pacing of the story is hella off. It just felt so, sometimes the dialogue just felt bad. Like there's just some scenes where like the dialogue feels rushed up and they don't feel like they're talking all the way through.
Hey, it's fine. He's the cell's engineer.
Virgil only. It's an honor to finally meet you in the flesh. Sir, your gauntlet is a thing of beauty. Only a genius could...
I need that fixed. Yesterday.
I'll need a bigger lab if I'm gonna solve the mysteries of time travel, sir. I mean...
The main character, like Jesse Rentier, I like the main character, Jesse Rentier, but the people around him, I was just like, are these guys trying, my guy? Like, these dudes sound like come on. Like, it's just, I don't know why. They just felt like bad. It just felt, the dialogue just felt so bad. I'm just like, damn, like, I feel like Jesse Rentier is like out here shining, bro. He's like, this dude feels like a badass. I'm like, wow, I'm invested into like Jesse Rentier. Everybody else, I don't even remember their names. I remember Jesse Rentier. And I think one of my biggest cons is some of these boss battles, I ain't gonna lie to you, they need to do some balance change on them, because there's just one boss where he throws down slugs in a pattern, right? He throws them down and they all spread out, and then he throws them and then they all come in close, but it's so hard to tell. You're just like, what is going on? And then sometimes they just move way too fast, like it feels like, for your dodge, and you got to keep moving, especially the final boss battle. I'm like, she's moving way too fast. Like my character like doesn't even feel like it should be moving like this, but they just need to do some like just some simple balance changing. But times in like some areas of the game, like on some levels of the game, they would just put like 3-4 boss monsters to give you at the same time, and that's like on normal difficulty. All right, on hard difficulty, I can't imagine. I think they're just harder to kill, but it's the same amount of enemies, but it's ridiculous. They put like 4 or 5 boss monsters on you. You got to kill them all. I'm just like, wow, that's the main thing that makes you feel like a badass, but it's a lot. And sometimes those little side, like little small boss monsters, sometimes they're just kind of OP, just doing whatever they want to, and it kind of sucks. It does kind of suck. But all the cons I listed, these cons are all overshadowed by just all the great combat. It's overshadowed by all of that. You don't even really even pay attention to it, because you're just so focused on punching and destroying everything with your lightning attacks and feeling like a cowboy vampire hunter. It's the best thing in the world. It's the best feeling in the world, and it just, all these pros overshadow these cons so much that it doesn't even matter. But overall, I'm gonna have to give Evil West, all right, in my personal opinion, I'm gonna have to give this game a 7 out of 10. If they fix some of those cons that I mentioned, hey, put this up there 8-9, all right, because they had some very good like concepts, and they could go even further with this with an Evil West 2. Give them more of a budget, because I know Flying Wild Hog Studios isn't like a big budget type of company, but hey, I give them some more money, like the money they got to do like Shadow Warrior 3. Wow, they could go kind of crazy, and this game could look 3 times as nice. But that was my opinion and my feelings on the game. Let me know about your feelings about the game down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let me know also know in the comments any other games you want me to play or review. All right, it's been the boy Ronin. Hope you have a good day, all that other good stuff. Deuce.